selling and buying cards through TCGPlayer. Do you have cards you can't seem to trade? Are there cards you want that no one has? TCGPlayer may be right for you. I'm the Rhino. Join me on our adventure through Magic the Gathering. Welcome, young mage. I'm the Rhino. You have cards that you want, you have cards you don't need, and no place to trade them. Using TCGPlayer's buy list may be the way to go. You can send in your cards and get store credit. Then you can use that credit to get the cards you need. The nice thing about the buy list is you aren't really dealing with a single store. The buy list is a combined list of stores that work with TCGPlayer. This is really nice because you don't have to trade in just the expensive rares. With such a large list of cards that all of these stores need, you can send in those cards that you haven't traded. The only downside is in most cases, those cards need to be in perfect condition. I sent in cards that I thought they're great, but they were rejected because they are only looking for the best cards. So, is that really a downside? If you are buying cards, you want them to be in the best condition. So I make sure I sleeve my cards as soon as I get them. I sent in the 2 sets of cards into the buy list. I got to sell off a lot of my old cards. One set I did before the last rotation and one after. I really messed up the first order, but there people worked with me. The second time I was prepared and everything went smoothly. One thing I would love for them to add is the ability to load up a list of cards instead of doing them one by one. That would save a lot of time in finding out if there is any need for those cards. I was fortunate to build up quite a bit of store credit. I've been able to purchase everything I couldn't trade for the past 2 months. When they send the cards, they are very well packaged. I couldn't find a blemish, dent, or scrape on them even with a magnifying glass. The cards come pretty quickly. I have seen my past 4 shipments in 3 days. So as long as I order mine by Monday, I have the cards in plenty of time for Friday Night Magic. I have found that TCGPlayer is a great way to sell off the cards you haven't been able to trade. It's also great to get exactly the cards you need at good prices. You may be thinking that I am biased or that they may be a sponsor. They aren't a sponsor yet. I would love them to be because they do an excellent job. I recommend them very highly for any new or young player. The only thing I would want you to make sure, if at all possible, buy and sell the cards with your local game store first. Support the store where you play Magic. If they don't stay in business, then you won't have the place to play anymore. But if they don't have the cards you need and you can't use the cards you have, use TCGPlayer. They have the best service I have found so far. These videos are made possible because of my sponsors, including my young Mage patrons. Check out my Patreon page and support us with a few dollars each month. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's the smart thing to do. I have more videos coming out soon, and until then, Rhino out.